What's up, guys? I am going to do an update video for you. My overall thoughts on the game. Advice I have heading into the new year of 2025. And where I think this game might be heading. Now, as you're probably thinking based on the title, this will be an interesting video. And I can vouch for that. It will be. Not going to show much gameplay. I'm going to show some defensive replays, but other than that, it's mostly going to be 10 minutes of me talking pretty much. Now, I'm just going to get straight to the point. Do I think this game is dying or do I think it's dead? I think there have been some suspicious hints this past month that indicate this game might finally be dead. Now, I am sad to say that. I don't want that to be the case, but I am being realistic at the end of the day. Why do I have to be so realistic? Because I spend a lot of money on this game and a lot of people watching this do as well. So I'm going to give you my complete honest opinion about where I think the game is headed. Is this video for sure 100% accurate? Maybe not. I might be wrong. I'm just going to give you my unfiltered thoughts based on the information I know as of right now. So there have been some suspicious things going on this past month. Number one, during the holiday season, we received about 2 weeks straight of the best packs the game has ever seen. You got the best bang for your buck this past holiday season, unlike any other. Why is that suspicious? Because it's kind of self-explanatory. It felt like a cash grab. Now, I do have a theory of why IGG did that. I think one plausible explanation is that because early on in the month of December, they basically got no income since the gold bar mechanic was released and there were no hot buys. No one was buying jewel packs. I think they might have panicked a bit, and to compensate to meet their monthly or even their yearly quota of sales to keep the game alive, they overcompensated by giving us the best packs ever to balance out what happened earlier in that month with the gold bars. So that theory alone isn't enough to convince me the game is on the decline. But what is enough is the fact that we got an update that basically added nothing to the game except 3 new glyph slots. Now, why is that suspicious? Because that probably takes 1 day of work, and each update cycle is 48 days, as you can see right here. And all we got was 3 new glyph slots. Even the battle pass does not have a unique avatar. Sorry, 1 second. I gotta plug my laptop charger in. Now, on top of that, I have received no communication from the admin about what's going on. The costume design contest seems to no longer be a thing. Seems like they just skimped out on that. And also, the creator camp, which was teased 4, maybe 5 months ago, was supposed to be this huge update to change the game, and it has yet to be released. There has been no update or any information about it. And the one update we did get, the 3 new glyph slots, is like the biggest cash sink update we could have gotten for the least amount of effort. And I wonder, because that update is so game-changing, they just left it at that because that's the one update they can add to entice people to spend the most as one final update before they stop maintenance on the game. Now, I have never worked at a game development company, but I do know that a lot of times the parent company, in this case being IGG, will tell a game development team when maintenance or development is no longer going to be a thing. And it would make sense if they chose the start of 2025 to be the timeline where new content is no longer released in the game. And that would make perfect sense with what is going on here because all we got was maintenance. We got Coliseum rewards reset, Battle Pass reset, new hot buy deals, new pack deals, but we don't get any serious development changes. And it would not surprise me if every single update going forward is just a Battle Pass refresh, a Coliseum refresh, and there's no new content. Now, might I be wrong? Yes, I could be completely off mark, and next thing you know, we get a full on update with a new hero and whatnot. Do I want to be wrong? Yes, I would love for this game to continue, but I can't help but be speculative, and because I'm so speculative, I am choosing to not continue making content. Sorry for the background noise, that's my cat. I'm probably not going to continue uploading videos, and I'm probably not going to continue buying jewels. And on one hand, that's healthy for me because at the end of the day, it's a video game. But on the other hand, I'm sad because I love this game. I'm friends with a lot of the community. And I was truly stoked for new content to come out that would change the abysmal state of the game, which brings me to my last point. If this was the last update we got with the 3 new glyph slots, this has got to be the worst state the game has been in such a long time, if not ever. And let me just zoom out and explain this idea for a sec. So before Spirit Steward was added, the game was slightly offensive favored, I think. You would argue it was maybe 65 to 35, 65 or 60 to 40 in terms of the offensive favorability every battle. And that was normal. I think that's okay for a Clash game. Then they added Spirit Steward, and it shifted the meta to being, I want to say, like 80, 85 to 15, 80, 20 in terms of offense to defense. And there was really only one thing keeping heroes alive for 10 seconds, being the Blessed Square. Or if you're Shadow Beast, you have a Fortitude, which is a little bit better. Then they added 3 new glyph slots. All of a sudden, Chrono Keeper does twice as much damage. There's no way to mitigate that damage. There's no glyph set in the game that will stop it. And defense, since that update was pretty much in shambles, I've been getting completely destroyed. Now, fast forward till last year, December comes, and they add a surprise update that gives you 3 more glyph slots. And now all of a sudden, in record time, every single base in the game, including the strongest one, Bama Boy, is getting completely decimated in about a minute. And there's just no content in the game that exists to make defense successful, in my opinion. Now, obviously, my base, Bama Boy, a few others can technically defend a majority of the hits in the game. But for the players that know what they're doing and have the resources necessary to make a strong, optimized hit work, like 1-1, Bama Boy, Abe, Playmaker, Chris, AB, Sauce, there's just no way to defend. It's just impossible. And I'm going to show you a replay real quick, which makes me sick to my stomach that this is actually possible. But here's Abe hitting me. And if you had to zoom out, and let me just give you my perspective on this. There's one thing on my base that is effective in this battle, and that is Shadow Beast Fortitude. What does Shadow Beast Fortitude do? It makes him a stone form in which he can't fight back or do anything. That is the only thing in this battle, which you can feel free to replay as much as you want, that does anything. And once that is over, my almost level 300 Shadow Beast dies as well. Actually, I don't think he dies this battle. He does tank a lot, I will say. But Abe killed him before. Playmaker kills him. Chris kills him. 1-1 kills him. The point is there's nothing defense can do with the current meta because every glyph added onto a hero, every glyph slot, is an insane buff for offense, but it's basically a negligible buff for defense. And I would argue that if I could put every single glyph in the entire game on all of my defense heroes at the same time, I would still lose those defense battles. Now, this brings me to my last point before I end the video. If this is the state of the game in which the game dies, it's going to be really disappointing because defense is non-existent. I think come a few weeks or a few months' time, offensive players will be pretty bored as well. Now, I know at the end of the day, I'm one in every 100 players that prefers defense over offense. So I am complaining more than an offensive player would. But I think at the same time, sooner or later, offensive players are going to realize, what's the point in playing if it's just so easy? There's no resistance from the defender's side. And as time goes on, it just gets easier and easier. We're 3 or 4 updates deep that are strictly offensively favored, in my opinion, and it's really showing now. Even just this past guild clash, I believe, United 66, which was the top guild and completely indestructible, got decimated by House of Dragon because of how strong offense is now and how little defense can do. So those are my thoughts on the game right now. If I had to give some advice, and I don't want to give this advice because if I stop people from buying packs, I'm indirectly stopping the success of the game long term. But my advice is honestly to hold out to see what the future holds for this game, because if there are no more updates, there's no more new content. That means you get the point. I just explained it in this video. But let me know if you guys made it this far. This might be my last video for a while, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree? Do you think this game has a future ahead of it or not? Or was this the final nail in the coffin in 2025? Now, for those of you that are really distraught and want some hope, someone said an interesting theory on the Discord, which was that IGG actually has an update coming that is in the game files that they actually just didn't release. But I don't know if I fully believe that, because there's no unique avatar. Even the admin told me there was no update news, so I don't know what's going on. But as of right now, I am holding out for the next 47 days, and we'll see where that takes us. If come the next update there is no new content, I probably will quit. I think that's a pretty good indication the game is no longer receiving new content, and then in that case I don't see the point in trying to defend. But those are my thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one whenever that gets released. Peace.